Do your hip flexors feel like they're on fire, constantly feeling tight? Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa, and in today's class, we are focusing on exercises to create both mobility and strength to ease that tension in those hips. Go grab your mats, and let's do this. If you happen to have some yoga blocks or pillows, go ahead and grab that. If not, no worries, I've got you covered. Let's get started on our stomachs today. So you'll come all the way down. You can bring those forearms straight out in front. You can let your head rest down on the ground. If you want your arms by your side, just turn to one side. You can absolutely do that as well. And we're just gonna start by shaking your hips to the left and to the right. Notice your low back. Notice what's going on in the hips, in your pelvis. You can go nice and slow with this. You can also pick this up and just going a little quicker, swishing those hips from side to side. And just focus on your breath. Nice gentle breaths in, nice gentle breaths out. Let those hips go left and right. Nice gentle breath in and out. And just see where the breath is going, where there might be some tension. Good, we've got 3, 2, last 1. And just bring that to a still, nice gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. And you're going to slowly bring your arms by your side, pressing up onto your forearms. Excuse me. Gently pull yourself, come forward, opening through the front of your chest. You don't have to come up really high. We're trying to broaden through those collarbones and maybe just a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades in the back. Press down into the tops of the feet. Nice gentle breath in. And then maybe you turn your head to look to the left. Nice breath in. See what you feel, what you notice. Bring it back through towards center. Open that chest maybe a little more and turn your head to the right-hand side. Ooh. And just noticing differences from left side to right side. Bring it back through towards center. Turn your head to look to the left. And maybe this time you can bend your right knee. Pull that heel in towards your sit bone. Straighten out, turn your head towards center. Turn your head to look to the right. Bend your left knee. Good, we're just gonna move in and out of this, going from side to side. Use your breath. So sometimes our hips can feel like they're really tight when we do all this stretching and it doesn't seem to do anything. And it's because other parts of our body maybe need to be addressed. Building strength is also another issue. And then working on our nervous system. So this is just a great way to tap into other areas of your body. We're getting nerve glides going on, working on your neck, working on your breath, and even the eye movements that we're doing from side to side can have an impact as well. Good. Let's just go one more time through each side. Good. Straighten everything back out. Lower all the way down, and then you're gonna press yourself, come all the way up and back into a child's pose, walking those hands back down by your knees. Press into those palms. You're gonna take your left arm, spin your left arm open towards the sky, coming into a half cactus and just easing your way in the first couple times. Bring that back down. Notice what stops. Right arm goes up, press into that left hand, squeeze right shoulder blade towards your spine. And then bring it back down. Press into that right hand, spin the chest open and bring it down. Good. Right arm lifts. Bring it back, and then that left arm lifts. Bring everything back down. Last time, right arm opens. Bring that back down, and then walk yourself, come forward again, coming back down onto your stomach. So you can bring that right forearm out in front. You can let your head rest down. You can stay propped up. We're gonna bend the left knee, pull that heel in towards your sit bone. Now you can take your left hand, if you can, wrap around to grab your foot or your ankle, or just pulling that leg in and then straightening it back out. Good. Pull that leg in. Maybe you grab hold, take a breath, and then gently straighten it back out. Now, if you notice any discomfort in your low back, you can always take a pillow and put a pillow right underneath your hips. Good. If you're like, Melissa, I got this. This is super easy. You can also always prop up onto your right forearm and bend that knee and pull it in. And just notice what you feel down the front of that thigh. Gently moving in and out, and not wanting to feel any crunching or pinching in that low back. We're lifting and lengthening out. Good, we'll just do 2 more on this side. Nice breath in. And then let it go. Awesome, last time, bend that knee, bring it in. And then straighten back out. And then we'll just switch to the other side. So you can bring the left forearm out in front. Let that head rest down, bend your right knee, and this might be it, bringing that right knee in. You can reach around to grab the foot or ankle, and maybe even just reaching in that direction if you can't grab the foot is totally fine. Bend that knee, and then straighten it back out. Bend the right, and see what the difference is from side to side. Sometimes our legs will kind of like to go out to the side. Make sure that knee stays right below your hip. And if you want to be propped up, you can also be propped up. That just gets into the front of the hip a little bit more. But always listening to what feels best for your body, and it might be different from side to side. Nice work. 3, 2. Nice. Last one. And then slowly letting go, bring those hands back by your side, press those hips, come up and back. Sink your hips back, coming back into that child's pose, wiggling hips left and right. Press into your right hand, take your left arm, keep that arm nice and straight, and then spin your chest open towards the sky. And then sweep that left arm back down. Right arm spins open towards the sky. Press into your left hand. Right hand comes back. Press into your right hand. Take that left arm, lift it up, rotating from that chest. Bring it back down. And then that right arm goes up. So working on our trunk rotation can be really helpful for our breath. And then sending that breath down into those hip flexors to help open up. Pull yourself, come forward into tabletop position, pressing down into those palms, lengthen out through the crown of your head. You're gonna take that right leg, send your right leg straight back behind. Come down onto your left forearm. You're gonna take that right leg, lift your right leg up, peel your hip open towards the ceiling. Keep reaching through that back heel. From here, you're gonna bend the right leg and then straighten it out. So we're pressing into the top of that left shin. Bend your right knee, straighten out. Good, inhale, bringing it in. Exhale, straighten out. Really pressing through the heel as you straighten out. Use that exhale, you'll feel your glutes, you'll feel your core, you'll feel that pelvic floor. Keep pressing into the top of that left shin. Keep peeling that hip open, starting to feel those hips fire up. Nice work. We have 3, 2, last one. Now pull yourself, come back up, drop that right hip back down, pull your right knee in towards your chest, and just step that foot forward. Thinking of sinking that right knee forward, we're gonna tuck the left hip underneath. Take that left hand behind the back of your hip, Lift the left elbow up towards the ceiling, over towards that right hand side, and then a little twist of the chest towards the ground. Peel your chest, lift it back up. So we're gonna bend to the right, tuck that left hip, spin your chest to the right. Come back through towards center, lift up. Keep pressing both feet into the ground, bend to the right and twist. And it doesn't have to go really deep. Bending and twisting and just noticing that whole front side. Come back up. Bend to the right and twist. Good, one more time through. Pull yourself, come back up. We're gonna bring both hands down to the inside of that right leg. Take your right leg, sweep it back and come down onto your right hand side. So here's where if you've got a block, you can use that, and you can also just use the ground. So we're going to bring the left leg in front. If you want a little added on, you can always put your left foot up on the block. I'm working my way up there. So you're gonna take the left foot, think of pushing that left leg away, and then bring it in. So push that left leg away, and bring it in. Noticing the rotation movement in your hip, push that leg away and bring it in. Ooh, my lift the other day, everything's so tight from lifting. Now you can be propped up on your right forearm. You can also be all the way down on the ground. Just gently moving in and moving out. Good, one more time, moving in and out. And then we'll hold it there. You can use your hands to push, and I want you to think of actively pushing that left leg back behind. It's this rotation movement coming from the hip. You'll feel that outer hip starting to fire up. Gentle breaths out to the side, front, back of that rib cage. Good, one more breath here. Awesome job. Lower that leg back down. Pull yourself, come all the way back up. Coming back into that tabletop position. And just take a moment, notice the left side versus your right side. Exhale, let it all go. We're gonna take your left leg, send your left leg straight back behind. Come down onto your right forearm. We're pressing into both the left hand and the right forearm. Left leg lifts up. You're gonna peel that hip open towards the sky and really press down into your right shin. Bend that left leg, pull your heel towards your sit bone, and then exhale, drive that leg straight out. Bend that left knee, pull it in, and slowly straighten it back out. And just notice the difference between the two sides, what muscles you feel strengthening. Maybe a little shaky shake, which is good for using those muscles. Reach through that heel, feel that left outer hip, your glute, feel your core with the exhale. The back of your thigh as you bend your knee, pulling that heel in towards your sit bones. Press into the top of your right shin. You might start to feel that right hip. Nice work. 3, 2, last 1. Pull yourself, come back up. We're gonna take that left knee, drive your left knee in towards your chest and step that foot forward. And just setting yourself up, you're gonna take that right hip, tuck your right hip underneath. Keep that rib cage over your pelvis. We don't wanna have this big arch leaning into that. Left hand to your hip, take your right hand behind the back of your head. Nice breath in. On your exhale, bend over towards the left and twist to the right. Get back through towards center, pull yourself up. Press into the top of that right shin, tuck that right hip, bend to the left, twist to the left, and then back to center. What do you notice down the front of that right thigh? Can you use your breath and imagine sending your breath all the way down to the front of that right hip? Bend to the left and twist. Just gliding in and out and seeing how that changes. Awesome, last one. Good, bring everything back up through towards center. Bring both hands down to the inside of that left leg. And then we're gonna take your left leg, step that left leg back, and you're gonna come down onto your left-hand side. I'm just gonna switch so you can see me. So we'll straighten out through that bottom leg. If you want the block to go underneath that right foot, you can. Prop yourself up onto the left, or you can be all the way down. We're gonna think of actively pushing away and pulling in with the right leg. You can also use your right hand to help push away and pull in. And you're just noticing what you feel around that right hip, moving it in and moving it out. In the front of the hip, in the back of the hip, what you feel, what you notice. Keep pressing that right foot into the ground and staying with your breath. Good. 3, 2, last one. Now you're gonna actively think of keep pushing that right leg back behind you. This rotation movement coming from the hip. Keep pressing into that left forearm. Use your breath. You can even use your hand to help out a little bit. And keep sending the breath. As you're breathing in, we're sending the breath all the way down. We're not forcing it, not pushing, not creating lots of pressure, just expanding the breath. Nice, for 3, 2, last one. Nice, come on out from there. We're gonna come back up onto our knees, coming into the middle of your mat. And we're gonna take that right leg and send your right leg straight out to the side. Coming down onto those hands. You'll sink your hips back. Notice that right inner thigh. And then pull yourself, come forward. And we're gonna press into the palms, tuck everything underneath, round your chin towards your chest, round through that mid-back. Then lift your head, sink the chest, tailbone comes towards the sky, cat and the cow. And then we'll sink the hips back. Notice the right inner thigh, nice breath in. Pull yourself, come forward. Pull that chin towards your chest, round everything out, coming into cat. And then lift the head, sink that chest, lift your tailbone, and sink your hips back. Awesome, and just gently move in and out of this. You might be moving a little faster than I am or a little slower. Go with the pace of your breath. And just notice right inner thigh. Notice how your spine's moving. We're gonna go through one more time here. Sink those hips back. And then keep walking the hands over towards the left-hand side. Pull yourself, come up into a side plank. Right arm reaches, maybe reach through those right toes. Nice breath in. Your option is to stay right here. Making sure you're not in this big back bend. Keep that rib cage over your pelvis. We're gonna lift the right leg up and down if you would like to add on. Reaching through the back heel, you wanna feel that right outer hip. Lifting and lengthening. Use your breath. Awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one. Lower that right knee back down, pull yourself, come back up. And we'll switch sides. So the left leg is gonna go out. Hinge forward. Just kind of set yourself up, lengthening through that left leg. You're gonna sink those hips back and just notice the stretch that you're feeling in that left side. Keep sinking those hips back, nice gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, pull yourself, come forward. Round everything out, tuck that tailbone underneath. And then lift your head, sink your chest, tailbone lifts, press it back. Notice left inner thigh. Inhale, pull yourself forward, round everything out. Sink those hips back, lifting through that chest. Good, pull yourself, come forward, chin towards your chest, round everything out, tuck that tailbone underneath. Lift your head, sink your chest, pull it back. Good, pull yourself, come forward, round out. Sink that chest, lift your head, press those hips back, nice breath in. Then pull yourself, come forward. Let's walk those hands over towards the right hand side. Press through that right hand, take that left arm, lift your left arm up. Coming into a side plank. Reach through that back heel, that leg can be down or it could also be lifted. If you wanted to add on those pulses, firing up the left outer glute, you can. Rib cage stays over your pelvis. You're pressing into that right hand, lengthen out. Using your breath, and the same thing, still breathing, sending the breath all the way down to the front of those hips. The breath can be such a powerful tool to help feel that tightness in our hip flexors, that psoas muscle. Awesome job. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower that leg back down. Spin to face that front of your mat. Coming onto your hands and knees in a plank. Maybe you're on your knees or your toes. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. And just lower everything all the way back down towards the ground. Pull yourself forward, lift up and back. Baby cobra. And then you can press it back, your choice if you want to come into child's pose or if you want to do a down dog, either one. Send your breath down to your low back, your sit bones, nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Awesome, take one more nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, pull yourself, come forward. And then you're gonna lower, come down onto your back. And if you have the pillow or the block, you're gonna go ahead and grab that and place it in between your knees. You're gonna bring your knees in towards your chest and just let your legs fall over towards the right hand side. You're just gently think of squeezing the block and take your left arm out towards the side. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. That left shoulder sink. Keep squeezing that block. And you're not trying to crush the block, it's just a gentle squeeze. Noticing into that mid-back, the neck. I'm gonna take one more breath in here. And then inhale, bring everything back up. Bring those legs over towards the left hand side. And that right arm goes out towards the side. Keep squeezing that block together. Just notice the difference between the two sides. Breathe out to the side, the front, the back. Exhale, get nice and heavy. How do the two sides feel? Good, one more breath in here. And slowly start to bring everything back up. You'll lengthen out through those legs. Get super heavy. You can wiggle the hips left and right. Just send a couple breaths all the way down to the front of your hips. Nice gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Each exhale you sink and get a little heavier. Good, one more breath here. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly slide those legs back in. Just make your way onto your side. Come all the way up. Find a comfortable seated position. Take a nice big cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Thanking your body for your practice. Keep up the great work. Until next time.